to babe on bended knee, the savior of humanity. Unto us a child is born, he shall reign forevermore. Son of God and Son of Man, there before the world began. Born to suffer, born to save, born to raise us from the grave. Christ the everlasting Lord, he shall reign forevermore. No end, no end. Come and see what God has done. No end, no end. The story of amazing love, the light of the world, giving for us. No
Christmas to be this wonderful, magical time of year when everyone's happy and warm and cozy, and the lights are lovely, and the music's familiar, families are gathering, and presents are piling. And you know what? There are times when it really is all of those things. But I've noticed in the last few years that sometimes I feel differently, and I'm trying to figure out why.
I go to school in the city, and a few weeks ago, I had to go out on the street for this project, so I got all bundled up, and I had this plastic shopping bag with some chalk pastels and tracing paper and like a disposable camera.
And to tell you the truth,
I was having some trouble focusing in school because I was in a really sad place in my life. I was down around Michigan Avenue sketching things and shooting pictures, and it's a really populated area. But at one point, I wandered across the street into Grant Park. And after a while, the sun set, and I realized I was getting really cold. And all of a sudden, I didn't feel comfortable being in the park by myself after dark. And I felt like what was going on around me intensified what I was already feeling. And the college bookstore was all lit up and looking inviting and warm. And I ran up and pulled the handle of the door, and it was locked. Now I'm really feeling bad about myself and my situation and my ridiculous class project, and I'm freezing. So I went down the block and there was a hotel, and I hustled into the lobby, and I see this lounge where people are seated around tables. So I make my way in and sit down at one of the tables, and as I do, I realize I don't have my wallet, I don't have any money, I have nothing but this plastic bag with some chalk and tracing paper, and I sit there at the table with my coat on, feeling like there is nowhere that I belong in the whole world, feeling completely invisible, like nobody knows where I am, and worse, nobody cares. And it reminded me of a very memorable Christmas where I felt invisible and overlooked and completely forgotten. When I was little, I was crazy about horses. I had horse calendars and trinkets and books, and every few months I would ask, "Dad, can I get a horse?" My family started out in a townhouse with no garage and no yard, and we had 4 kids, and you can guess what the answer was, though I never stopped asking. So this Christmas, I'm 12 years old, and my family of 6 is opening presents around the Christmas tree, and I couldn't find any presents with my name. When my brother and sisters finished opening all their gifts, my heart sunk. I thought my mom and dad had forgotten me, and I felt completely invisible and hurt and angry, and I was so stunned, I didn't even protest. We all piled into the station wagon to head to Grandma's house, and I just sat in the back seat of the car in total silence. And at one point, my dad pulled over and he had to stop at some guy's house to talk about something, and I just sat in the back of the station wagon, fuming. And my mom was pointing out that there's a barn, and hey, maybe there's horses in there, Holly. And the next thing I knew, she was pulling me out of the back seat, and I saw this old, skinny horse with a ribbon around its neck. And as I pet him, I read the writing on the bow. "Merry Christmas, Holly." And cameras were flashing, and my brother and sisters were clapping, and my mom and dad were just beaming. And the best part wasn't even my horse, named Pharaoh, who was like 30 years old and blind as a bat. I'm serious, it was a blind horse, and I didn't even care. He was a horse, and I loved him, but that wasn't even the best part. The best part was that I wasn't invisible. I hadn't been forgotten. My parents saw me, and they loved me, and they had planned the most precious thing in the world for me. So now, fast forward to me sitting in this hotel lobby, feeling alone and unseen again. And I was feeling so bad, I wanted to shrivel up and crawl in a hole. And I knew I had to order something or I had to leave, and I had no money, and I was so cold. And the host of the lounge kept turning to look at me, and I just kept staring at my lap and digging in my pocket. And then the host walked up, and he placed a cup of hot chocolate on my table, and I thought he had the wrong table. But before I could say a word, he said, "You look cold. There's no charge." And he walked away. And I had tears in my eyes as I tried to squeak out, "Thank you." I'm telling you, if an angel of God had appeared in that moment, I don't think it would have made any stronger of an impression. I felt God say, "I see you."
And if there had been a camera, I probably had that same dumbfounded look on my face that I had at the age of 12 when I sat on my horse, Pharaoh. That guy will never know how much that meant to me. I heard God say, I see you. And it didn't immediately cure me of all my grief, and it didn't wash over me and take away all the pain. God said, I see you, I love you, and I will show you my love in small, unexpected ways.
Tears are falling, hearts are breaking. How we need to hear from God. You've been promised, we've been waiting. Welcome, Holy Child. Welcome, Holy Child. We hope that you don't mind our manger. How I wish we would have known. Long awaited, holy stranger, make yourself at home. Please make yourself at home.